Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Village Board meeting of October 26th. Please join us in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, Mrs. Thomas.
Trustee Purcell.
Here.
Trustee Washington.
Here.
Trustee Harris-Jones.
Here.
Trustee Heiferman.
Here.
Trustee Roman.
Here.
President Hofeld.
Here, representing staff this evening to the audience is right is our Fire Chief, Bob Grabowski, Director of Finance, Dennis Bubenik, Village Attorney, Chris Cummings, and Village Manager, Jim Marino. The minutes of October 12th, any additions or corrections? Trustee Purcell, Trustee Washington, Trustee Harris-Jones,
Nothing for me.
Trustee Heiferman, Trustee Roman.
Nothing.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
Second.
Been moved by Trustee Purcell, seconded by Trustee Harris-Jones. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Washington.
Aye.
Trustee Harris-Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. The claims list in the amount of $388,630.75. Again, Trustee Purcell.
Nothing.
Trustee Washington. Trustee Harris-Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Heiferman. And Trustee Roman.
Nothing.
May I have a motion to approve the claims list, please?
Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Washington, seconded by Trustee Purcell. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Washington.
Aye.
Trustee Harris-Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The claims list is approved. Item number 7, hear from the audience. If anyone in the audience would like to address the board on any subject not on the agenda, please raise your hand. Yes, ma'am.
I'm fully vaccinated. Is this okay with you? You're closest to me, I just want to be respectful. Okay. Hi, thank you for the time. My name is Danielle Mullen-Ragland. I'm a resident of this village. Let me start by saying my pronouns are she and they, and Black Lives Matter. Okay, let's get to business. I was nearly rear-ended on Harwood while driving my 3-year-old to school. Enough of us have children here to know viscerally what that is like. An accident with my child in the car is my literal worst nightmare. I went to Facebook to see if anybody else had similar experiences and ultimately received over 100 responses when relaying my experience on Harwood here in town. We have posts preventing, or we now have the post preventing U-turns on 183rd and Center, but people still do it. We have signs saying no left turn from Park onto 183rd and people still do it. On October 19th, you did a YouTube video where you mentioned that tragically a pedestrian died on the stretch of Governor's Highway that is without sidewalk. You advise those folks that are out exercising to be safe and be seen, and somewhat admonish those wearing dark clothing in the hopes that they would choose to wear something more brightly colored, reflective. This, to me, illustrates the power of language. Much like it's lazy to teach young girls to cover up rather than to teach little boys to keep their hands to themselves, keep your hands to yourself. It's lazy to tell us that are out enjoying our village, walking, riding, running, to be safe and be seen rather than spend that same 1 minute and 2 seconds articulating a plan or at least an attempt to form one, but how we're going to address the clearly problematic drivers now ripping through our town. As you know, I grew up here, and I agree that it has never been this bad. We're all rushing, we're all paying less attention, we're all trying to do more in less time, but none of these are excuses. We need to make us as well known as South Holland has always been. Like, oh man, you can't speed in South Holland, you get pulled over. It always happens. We need a plan. We need a plan here. We elected some of you, and they handpicked some of you. Involve the community, do a focus group, solicit suggestions, do some outreach, something. There are clearly concerned residents here. We're the tax-paying residents of this town. We deserve to be safe with our children. We deserve to be safe with our dogs. We deserve to be safe for ourselves. We don't need to be told how to dress. We don't need to be told to exercise later. We don't need to be told what to do. We need you to tell the drivers to get it together. We need you to empower the police to do whatever it is they need to do to protect us in this town. Please do something more than shame potential victims. Please do something. I don't know, I don't want to know what it's going to take to get some reaction or to get some action here. But if that many people can jump on a post that quickly and all had stories of similar things happening to them, people driving right up the trunk of their cars, basically, this cannot stand. And this is absolutely outrageous. Please do something.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to address the board this evening? If not, new business. Please be advised that item 8 of the purchase and sale agreement has been deferred pending further legal review. Therefore, Mr. Bubenik, the annual audit.
In June and July of each year, we contract with an independent accounting firm, come in and go through our records and our controls and to make a report on how we're doing. It's called the audit, official name. The official name is the annual financial report, but most people call it. We have Ann Scales here tonight from Onondaga Amy. She'll present the audit after a little introduction here. Audits have taken on greater importance these past years as it leads into our budget process. Our audits are actual results in our budget, of course, and our estimates for the current year. So, where the audit finishes affects the next year's budget. There probably has never been a better example of an audit that was what we expected with the COVID-19. That we'd see a lot of reductions in revenues. We cut a lot of expenses in that budget. So that was our plan. So the COVID-19 was really going to change up our audit. But as it turned out, while we had a lot of revenues that were went down, it was listed up for you, we did have a number of revenues that actually did better in COVID-19 than we expected. So those type of revenues were our sales tax line. Our basic mix of grocery stores, restaurants, home improvement, and big box retailers actually did quite well with the consumers during the COVID pandemic crisis. So our audit wasn't as bad as we had thought it was going to be on that budget. With that in mind, though, before I turn it over to Ann, the document can be a little bit intimidating, so if you're trying to get into it by numbers, not text, I might suggest that you go towards the back where our statistical section is. And in there, you might, if you want to just kind of get involved with your audit, you might find some of the pages of interest. What is our percentage of the tax bill versus the other taxing bodies on page 154? We have our largest equalized assessed value taxpayers on page 155. Share of the debt we have of all the taxing bodies, we see that on page 162. When I mentioned sales tax did better this past year than we expected, that's on 158. So if you're a bit intimidated by the audit, I suggest starting from the back and working forward to find items of interest there. But with that, I'll turn it over to Ann from Lauterbach and Amond, and she'll go through the basic presentation on the audit.
Good evening, it's nice to be with you all tonight. Again, my name is Ann Scales, and I'm a principal of Lauterbach and Amond. I've been with the firm for about 13 years. I work very closely with Dennis and Amy throughout the audit process, getting everything from the entrance conference all the way to the presentation today wrapped up. So thank them very much for all of their efforts in getting everything presented tonight. I'll just kind of briefly walk through some key pages in the audit. I'll mention page numbers, so feel free to reference them or jot them down for later. Page 11 is our audit opinion. We issued an unmodified opinion, which is the best that we can issue as auditors. This means that everything is materially correct and all of our internal controls that we tested were also sound. The management and discussion and analysis starts on page 14. This is I would recommend reading this section of the report along with the statistical section. It's a nice comparison of what happened this fiscal year directly comparing prior fiscal year. There's also some nice charts and graphs for the year. Page 24 is the full accrual financial statements for the governmental and business type activities. So this will include any capital assets or long-term debts of the village. Page 28 is the modified accrual statements for the governmental funds. So this will not include any of the capital assets or long-term debts. And then page 32 is the water and sewer fund financial statements, the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow. Page 38 starts the notes of the financial statements. There are 4 notes that we have in the audit. Note 1, this is a summary of some accounting policies. Note 2 describes the budget process for the village. And note 3 has the details for some of the numbers that are presented in the funds. For example, deposits and investments, capital assets, and long-term debt of the village are shown here. And then note 4, other information. This is where you will find the information on the pension disclosures related to IMRF, the police and fire pension. Page 109 is the budget to actual for the general fund. So this will show the original and final budget approved by the board compared to what was actually occurred during the fiscal year for the general fund, and then following the general fund are the other funds of the village. And then finally, on page 137 and 138 are the police and fire statements. So this will be page 137, we'll have the balance sheet for police and fire shown separately, and then the income statement on page 138. Those are, again, some key points that are in the report. Do you have any questions?
We've memorized all of this by now.
I'm sure
We
you
do
did.
know that.
It's very fast.
The bottom line is you've given us an unqualified opinion
Yes,
as far as the authenticity of the documents that were provided,
yes,
as usual.
yes.
Okay. Any comments or questions from anyone in the audience? Board comments. Trustee Purcell.
Just thank you as always for putting this together. It's, it's a lot easier to read than you would think. I appreciate all the work put into it.
Trustee Washington.
My comments are similar. Thank you also for just making it reader friendly.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Thank you very much. I love to read, and I've been reading.
Okay, good.
Trustee Heiferman.
Thanks, Dennis and Amy and staff for going through it all.
Trustee Roman.
Yeah, I just agree with everything that's already been said. Thank you very much, and thank you to the staff.
It's nice to see an opinion like this as we continue to be. Our accounting staff is terrific. You work with a lot of different villages. I'm sure you would attest to that as well.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. With that being said, may I have a motion to accept the annual financial report for the village?
So moved. Second?
It's been moved by Trustee Purcell, seconded by Trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Washington.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Thank you very much. General board discussion, Trustee Purcell. Trustee Washington.
No.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee
I have
Heiferman.
nothing tonight.
Trustee Roman.
Just happy Halloween and be safe out there on Sunday. That's it.
May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? There's no executive session this evening.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Purcell, seconded by Trustee Washington. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Washington.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
We stand adjourned. Thank you all.
Is it your book?